Hi guys, welcome to another video. Market certainly looks very bearish right now. This is going to be like the seventh closing on the weekly basis that we have closed a red candle. So this could be a hanging man or this could be a hammer. Looks very likely to be a hammer because a hanging man usually happens on an uptrend. Though we have been coming down continuously for the past 7 weeks now, this certainly looks like a hammer. It is traditionally a reversal candle, but will we have that reversal bounce that we expect in the market, or things are gonna certainly go down further? That is something we're gonna watch out for this week. For now, just hope that things do get better. We do need that lower high to come into play. That could certainly change a lot of things in the market. So we look into what this candlestick pattern usually means is very important, so we could learn something as well. So we look here, usually this is a hangman and this is a hammer. Most of the time visually both of them look very similar, but obviously one is in an uptrend and one is in a downtrend. We are certainly right now in a downtrend, so we have to keep that in consideration and hope that things do get better for us. Maybe this candle does change. We do need a confirmation. Usually in hammer needs a confirmation to break above the previous week's candle to become any bullish. Next up we have DXY. DXY certainly is range bound right now between 105 to 104%. Looks okay. Do we can expect some kind of big move to be coming? This is something we really have to watch out this week, because I do expect some kind of upside to be coming in DXY, because markets overall are pretty inflationary right now and the Fed is going to be speaking almost every day this week, so that is also going to bring the FUD back into the markets. Next up we have USDT's dominance. USDT's dominance had a drastic waterfall, but overall right now it is pumping up. As we can see, some kind of pullback coming back into the markets. So certainly USDT's dominance is up right now. Ideally we might gain back to the levels of 6.75%. That's what something we have to really watch out for right now in the markets. Things are certainly looking very bearish. Like I've said, Bitcoin's dominance, like I wanted, went all the way into the ranges of 45.18% to 44.29%. Overall just been pretty sideways in this range now, also making a bull flag. Ideally next zone for us to watch out have to be about 47.94%. we can still get into the ranges of around 46.67%. that is also something we can watch out in this market. We ideally want BTC dominance to go up, because we are still in the second phase of Bitcoin's dominance cycle, where the dominance goes up, Bitcoin comes down and altcoins come down drastically. A dumb situation which we have clearly seen in the market. A lot of coins are down nearly about 70 to 80% right now. Now we get into BTC's support and resistance band chart. We can see that we are still following the price structure and the price action that I had made. We want to have some kind of lower high to be built here on the daily time frames, and then probably dump back into the weekly fib level, which is around 22,561. so we have to watch out for that. Overall we do expect some kind of a bounce to come in the market and then probably have a downside in it. Next up, an hourly bounce. We are currently on an hourly in an uptrend. This is our uptrend right now. This is the range to first we have to reclaim, which is about 32. Ideally we want to see that range to go around in levels of 33,500, nearly there, 33,486. so once we do reclaim this hourly resistance, then it will be very important. Otherwise our resistance still remains in the region of about 35,000. These are the levels that we have breaking from, so we ideally want to regain back this resistance before we can probably feel any kind of bullish upside to be coming in the market, because certainly we do need a lower high coming into markets right now. We've been dumping pretty hard, especially on the weekly time frames as well, so that could be some sort of relief in the market for the traders. So that is what everybody should be ideally looking at right now. Now we get into our ETH chart. ETH is also following the price structure, price action that I had made for it. It is facing some kind of resistance right now from 2154. so now our bearish scenario 1 is also acting as a resistance right now in the market. So certainly do have to watch out for it. We might have some kind of consolidation period around it, probably break above also, but likely looks like that for now we are facing some kind of resistance, also making a hammer on the daily time frame. So ideally we might have a good upside to be coming in the markets. The next resistance to come in will be about $2,262. That is something we have to watch out. And obviously every rising channel is bearish, and every falling channel, which we are now creating, falling pretty hard, is a bullish sign. So do keep that in mind. Anything is always possible in the market. Now if we get into crypto bubbles certainly do look that Luna is obviously out of the market. A lot of hype going around what CZ has said, but yet I think CZ is not noticing that a lot of Bitcoin is already moving there. And obviously he said he wants to help the Terra ecosystem, the Terraform labs, and if he does, he's a very massive player in the market. Certainly things can get better for Terra overall. We are seeing about a 14% upside on Osmos. Then we have XCM about 12% up, Atom is up about 11%, AR is up about 17.9%. Let's ape into what AR is doing right now. Went all to the levels of about $14, has come back and regained around $19.45. Even on the hourly is up about 2.4% right now. So from 17.88 has gone to about 18.44. Things do look good for AR. Overall, it's one of my favorite coins, so I always want to check out what it's doing. If we get into Solana as well, Solana is all the way down about 55.16 and went all the way to 55.171. In the daily time frames, we can see that Solana went from $50 to $58, had a very good bounce overall in the markets right now. I certainly feel that Solana and AVAX and a few other layer ones are going to be very important in this market, because most of the coins in the top 10 right now are stable coins. Beside that, if you do rule out those stable coins, we only have Solana, AVAX and a few other coins right now. So that is something we really gotta watch out for. Rune has had a very good bounce, about 5% in the day, from $3.26 all the way to 3.80. So looks okay, some kind of good relief there as well. Overall, we can see that the bubbles are certainly looking very good. Some kind of bounce right now in all coins, which is very important for a market like this. Next up, we get into newly listed. We're gonna be having a newly listed coin coming very soon, starting in 1 day 3 hours, and it's gonna be EEX. So if you want to get into this, you can. It's going to be a Curve finance token. So if you want to get into this, you can. I not really highly advise you on getting this one, but if you want to, you feel like you want to get into some newly listed action as well, you can always try this one out. Next up, we did share with you Step.G. So Step.G had a very good upside in the market, went all the way from starting candle of about 0.0026 to the highs of about 0.039, had a massive upside. Now just been consolidating. This is third day right now in the market. Overall, it still looks a lot better. We're nowhere close to the bottom where we started, so that is considered to be a very good upside. Now we get into HODL and earn, which I've been recommending you guys for the past few days now. Do get into HODL and earn. Choose whatever coin you want to get into, whatever coins you have, especially the altcoins you have, you want to stake them. Search the coin here. If you get a very good APR, certainly stake that on gate.io, because definitely that's going to increase your bag in a bear market like this, and probably give you some kind of relief when we have a big upside to be coming in the market. So if you want to get into the newly listed and you want to get into HODL and earn, all you have to do is click in the link given in the description below, join gate.io, or use my referral code. That's going to earn you airdrops. So if you do deposit about $100, you can get about $50 to $40 in airdrops and rewards, and I think that is very good in a bear market like this. The next big news we have right now in the market: tomorrow 32 central banks and 12 financial authorities, 44 countries will meet in El Salvador to discuss the financial inclusion, digital economy, banking, the unbanked, the Bitcoin rollout, and its benefits in our country. So this is going to be very interesting, something to really watch out. This is going to be very bullish. The bull run we did have in November was brought by the institutions. Retail is important and they usually do come on the tops, but right now we can certainly see there's a massive hype around in the markets, especially when it comes to institutions. They are feeling a FOMO and they are trying to ape into BTC as quickly as they can, trying to make that scenario for themselves, which is a very bullish sign overall in the markets. Next up, we have the Bored Ape Yard Club NFT worth over 200,000 was just mistakenly sold for $200. This could be a tax invasion, or this just could be the worst mistake the person has made. Next up, we have Goldman Sachs and Barclays have invested in Bitcoin and crypto trading platform Elwood Technologies. So like I said, right now institutions are the biggest player right on the market. They are really forming into it, and that is certainly something we have to really watch out in the news. Next up, we have Justin. Japanese banks SBI Holdings is reportedly set to buy 51% stake of Bitcoin and crypto trading platform Bitcoin Japan. Another institution, like I said, is aping into crypto right now, and especially Bitcoin. The biggest news we have to share with you guys is Cardano is going to be having a hard fork very soon, likely when Watcher Group did ask them and when it's going to be. So they don't want to stay silent and they want to have a fixed date, so that's probably likely to be on June 29th. Something to really exciting for Cardano holders. We do hope things do get good for Cardano, but overall we do know it looks very bearish in all time frames. Now the biggest news we can have this week is going to be from economic data. So we have Fed Manufacturing Index, retail sales, industrial production, housing starts, building permits, jobless claims, Philly Fed Production Index, existing home sales. So that's going to be something very, very important. Do watch out for it. On Monday, we're going to be having Fed Manufacturing Index, which is today. So certainly things do look very, very exciting for us overall right now in the markets. Now, if we come back into the chart, this hourly uptrend certainly do look very, very good right now. Hopefully we do reclaim the levels. And if we do, probably things do get better from there onwards. But overall, market does look pretty bearish. We need that to rebound and then probably likely a dump coming further. My target remains 21 to 22, 23k range. Maybe we might just bounce off from 24k, or maybe we go all the way down to 18k, liquidate and snap the Thanos fingers, because that's where the weak hands are going to disappear from the markets. So that's all for today's video, guys. I hope you liked today's video. If you do, smash the like button, share your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be back in here again tomorrow. See you guys.